Hi guys, I got a little video here. I've actually got a tech article on this subject that I send links out all the time. I want to make a video version on it. I probably sent links to that tech article 3 or 4 times just today. But what we're talking about is a vehicle that either when you come to stop, it wants to just keep going, or when you crank it up, it's hard to go in gear, it won't go in gear, it only go in when you cut the key off. Etc., or squeals real bad, or whatever it may be. You're saying, what in the crap? So the tech article is real good. I want to do a video version of it to kind of give you some pointers on what to look for. Okay, so I got a primary clutch here, and I got a belt. And I may try to zoom in a little bit on this. But now when you're checking this, you're actually going to take your cell phone and get in between your 2 clutches. Here's primary, here's secondary. Take your phone, camera pointing this way, get in between it, look inside, and put it on flash and try to make it clear. Take a picture. We want to see what our belts are doing. Now, for this video's purpose, I can't show you that up inside here, okay? So we're going to do it kind of looking. I'll get this going here in a second. All right, so we're going to kind of get it this way and talk about it. You'll get the gist of it, okay? So normal would be the belt is in the middle and not touch it, okay? A couple of things that would be abnormal. I'm glad I got that little compressor sitting there. This joker's heavy. All right, so normal is sitting in the middle, clutch is spinning, everything's lovely. All right, now, if your belt is sitting in the middle, like I said, I'll try to zoom in, not touching, and you're getting creeping, noise, whatever, there's not one thing that can be, and that's going to be your bearing. You know, I got a new bearing. I put a new bearing in last month. I don't care. If it ain't touching either side, then you got a bad bearing, okay? All right, now, touching one side, and I'm going to just, like I said, you're going to be looking on the inside, but we're going to exaggerate, but you'll get it. One side or the other, okay? If your belt is touching hard on one side or the other, you have an alignment issue. Something is awry, depending on the vehicle model, because this is going to apply to all Rangers. It doesn't matter, 570 Rangers, 900s, 1000s, XP Razors, turbos, it doesn't matter. If your belt is one side or the other, then you're going to have an alignment problem, and depending on that vehicle, how you get it aligned up, and we won't go into all those details. You can always shoot me an email, todd@hunterworks.com. How do I align my whatever, okay? So one side or the other means alignment. Now, I cannot squeeze this clutch with a spring in it together, but pretend you're looking at it and both sides, this thing is squeezed down on here and touching both sides of this belt. Well, if it's doing that, let's see if I got hold on. I got a turbo belt here that I promise you will touch both sides. All right, I'll zoom in. Now, it's touching both sides, and you don't have a turbo belt on there. But point is, it's touching both sides. What's the deal? Well, this clutch is not opening up all the way. Well, what's stopping it from opening up all the way? Well, I can't answer that because it could just simply be dirty. Depending on the clutch, there's a spacer on top of the bearing. They have known to crack. When they crack, they expand and lock the movable sheave, and it won't come in. Most common is bad rollers in a spider. When the rollers go bad in a spider, they won't work, and it just will not open back up. So something is keeping it from opening up. All right. So hopefully this little video coincides with the article, but between the two you'll totally get it. So let's run through it real quick. If you're having these issues, belt's not touching either side, got a bad bearing. Touching one side or the other, you got an alignment problem. Email me, tell me the vehicle, I'll tell you how to get it in line or whether we have a tool for it or not. Touching both sides, well, it's time to pull that clutch and get it apart because something is keeping it from opening back up, okay? So hopefully this little short video could help you troubleshoot your primary clutch issues. Like I said, you're more than welcome to send me pictures of what you got. You can send me your inside picture. I joke with people, I go, did you look at this picture before you sent it? What can you see? You know, I get some crazy stuff. So make sure it's in focus and the flash is on. Oh, and I'll throw something else at you. before I let you go. When a lot of people will send me this, and I don't know if I can zoom in close enough and it'd be clear enough to matter, so we'll do it and talk about it. There's a washer on the engine side of this bearing right here. Okay, this bearing is spinning when you're idle. The belt's on it, outside the bearing is stopped, and the clutch is spinning inside of it. If for some reason that washer is gone, and then what happens is that metal on the outside of that bearing gets up against this back half, and I don't have anything handy to demonstrate. Yeah, here's something about as good as anything. Let's just say here's outside of this bearing, and there's that clutch, and as this turning, well, guess what? This bearing is acting just like a hole saw, and it'll ruin the seal. Pictures that people send me, the washer's gone, and the inside of the bearing, the little parts that are in it, have slid out. And if they look on their clutch, it's just literally took like a hole saw when drilled into it. When that happens, you can have a new primary clutch. Doesn't matter if it was out of line, whatever the other problems were. You got to have a new clutch, because you can take it apart, put a new washer in it, try to smooth it up, but that tore up hole part, it's going to eat the washer up, and it's going to eat that bearing up, and you're right back at it. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Send pictures of this if you want to, Todd@hunterworks.com. Got questions about it? Once again, Todd@hunterworks.com, and do not forget, we sell what we consider the world's best belt. I got tickled the other day. I made 5 videos in a row, talked about belts first, and 2 people said, "Oh, I see what you're doing. You're selling stuff and making comments." Well, duh, this is a damn business, all right? So we're here to help you and to help me. Look at this fat joker. I like to eat. I'm just kidding, of course, but you know, it is a two-way street. We've certainly got to make a living, and we want to help you out in the process. All right. Thanks, guys, so much.